Hi folks, welcome back. I'm Dennis Vitoz, also known as F Noodles, and today we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of different clips and stories that have unfolded over the last 24 hours. There's just so much happening in the world right now that I thought it'd be appropriate to do a roundup of some of the day's most viral videos. Today, we're going to be covering everything from the post-World Cup chaos of New York City drowning under Zohran Mamdani, as well as everything else in between. Starting out with this clip from New York City where someone set a fire outside an immigration court, also known as the ICE court. Here's a clip. Oh boy, here we go. Oh man, what are you doing? Why? Oof. What? What are those bottles? I felt.
Guys.
Oh man.
Oh my god!
Oh, that guy got lucky. Could have been burned.
Oh my god!
Oh man, this is bad. This is real bad.
Oh my god!
Got 5 stars on GTA already.
Get away from there!
What do you mean? The cops have to go do something, lady.
Oh my god, get away from there!
Somebody has to put it
get
out.
away from there!
They have to get close to it to put it out. Or to arrest the individual.
Oh my god!
What do you... I get the panic. I just don't know if you understand how these things work.
Get away!
Great camera skills, though. Great camera skills. Man, these cops just jumped in there and grabbed him. Oof. Deserved.
Oh my god.
Actually. Very deserved. Throw him in jail. Throw away the key. What a loony bin. Anybody care to explain to Democrats that this isn't the kind of ice you can melt? Anyway, since we're on the topic of burns, hopefully this interaction at Chuck E. Cheese didn't give this little girl some heartburn. Now that's gonna leave a mark. Hopefully one she forgets before she gets to blow out her birthday candles. Now somebody who's definitely going to be left with more than a permanent mark is the cyclist in our next clip. Owie. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Hopefully that prize doesn't include a significant loss of brain cells, something I think we should all be concerned about after watching this next clip. If you can actually figure out what the hell he's doing in that video, congratulations, you win absolutely nothing. Hopefully you're not suffering from brain rot yet. It's something I cannot guarantee about these women at the so-called gym class. Huh? What? What even is this? Huh? Ladies, you all know you can just churn butter if you really want to play around with the sticks in a bucket, right? Now, it makes absolutely no sense to me why they have to put an exercise ball on top of a bucket and slap it with drumsticks. What is even the point of this? This isn't cardio. This pisses me off way too much. Probably not as much as the next clip is going to piss you off, though. Can you figure it out before I roll it? You've got 3, 2, 1. Too late. Here it is.
What?
Really, dude?
Last time my sister slapped somebody's phone out their hand for that.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna do that.
This is robbing stuff? Just casually robbing stuff?
You're not gonna get your page.
What are you doing, brother?
Come on, bro.
20 to life for some shampoo.
Come on,
Why would you do that?
let's go.
Well,
We understand.
leaving it half of it behind.
Oh, the bag right here, see?
You know, criminals are getting away with everything when they're stealing the store's cardboard display on the way out. And speaking of indoor madness, it only gets worse in the next shopping center. Whoa. Oh, man. Where do you even think they're going? The only time you'll ever see a dirt bike rider wearing a helmet is when they're trying to hide their identity. Anyway, speaking of hiding your identity, things didn't exactly go according to plan for the next criminal in this clip. Democrat policy that's going to help them get away with that one. Anyway, folks, this next criminal also had a hard time getting away. Oh, boy. Oh. Looks like he got caught in more ways than one. Speaking of getting caught lacking, Argentina played Spain yesterday and lost. But the before and after pictures from the game paint a very interesting picture of how their fans behave. Okay. Oh, we'll go on big party at Times Square. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of people. Okay, well that's not good. Why would they do this? That's so nasty. Oh, wow. Woo. That's not good. They're not taking this. They're not taking this one well. Ooh. Wow. Yeah. Water cannons. Tear gas. Woo. We're going to feel that one in the morning. Definitely. Oh, wow. Ugh. Jeez, come on, dude. Why? Just why? Why would you? How would you? Oh, looks like Argentina fans weren't satisfied with having to eat a generational loss. They also wanted to lose their dignity. Anyway, folks, if you thought the police officers in these clips had a tough job, well, parents out there know their job isn't easy either. This woman, this mother, however, came up with a rather unconventional way of handling her parenting duties.
Bruh, I know we ain't fucking serious right now.
Huh? Oh.
Get the fuck out and push that motherfucking kid in, bro.
Wow.
Hold up, give me 1 second, bro. Give me 1 second. He can't even do it.
Wow.
He can't even do it.
And then people wonder why there's a male loneliness epidemic. Just take a trip down to your local Walmart where you'll find young men pushing their Landwell mothers on grocery carts back to the car. And since we're on the topic of ocean creatures, let's head over to New York where it's rained so much the city's starting to look like an urban aquarium. Oh, wow. Oof. Oh, she gone. Oh, bye-bye. She's not coming back. She got washed away. She's living with the rats now. That's she's at. Oh, man. Now you're going to help him? After he's washed away? Ooh.
I'm going to pick my wife up
Next.
from the train with an umbrella. And I'm thinking, what's the point? We are getting soaked. Yo, we are back in New York,
trash,
and this
brother.
is what we're greeted with. No, look at it. It's like the ocean waves. Look at the waves.
They're dirt waves.
Where's he going?
Wow. That's all sewage. That's all sewage.
Holy shit. I got my car keys in my hand.
Oh, it's so nasty. Get out of the water, brother. Oof. Wow. Wow. So nasty. Oof. That's disgusting.
It smells disgusting. What?
We can say that again. Oh, trash.
Street we have to cross, so I'm not.
Good luck. Good luck. Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, it's a waterfall.
Yeah, it's a beautiful natural New York waterfall.
The Big Apple, the greatest city in the world. You can basically walk anywhere you want as long as you've had your Hep C shot. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, these guys are looking for ways to not get shot. Wow. Small bike. Oh, man. That is a lot of cop. It's kind of overkill, don't you think? It's a lot of cop cars. Wow. There's one more. One more! With gas being $8 a gallon here in Los Angeles, that chase probably cost California taxpayers $7,000 per block. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Anyway, folks, speaking of gas, this Racer in the next clip didn't want to get gassed out. Too bad for her. Somebody ended up in her way.
I better stay up on my lane or he gets mad. This shit that I'm spitting on the beat is all facts. A nigga tried to talk to me about some money.
I didn't realize tackling was a part of the race. Then again, have you ever watched the WNBA? These women get unnecessarily physical with just about everyone, except their Tinder dates, apparently. Anyway, folks, speaking of violence, let's check back in New York, because when the city's not flooded, this is apparently what goes down in the streets. Oof. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay. Oof. That's going to leave a mark. That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Oh, man. You know, when you elect a third world communist who's quoting Nero in his acceptance speech, you shouldn't really be surprised when your city goes from Rhodesia to Zimbabwe in 6 months. Anyway, folks, since we're on the topic of privilege, The View host, Sunny Hostin, a descendant of slave owners, just reminded everyone what true privilege looks like.
I'm a former federal prosecutor.
Yeah.
He knows he's a Harvard grad who teaches 4th grade geometry to kids. This is not a kid who's never in trouble.
As a mother of black children, I know that black boys are not given the presumption of innocence and the presumption of youth. She's calling the police and saying they're trying to steal her car and they're 11 years old. They don't know how to drive. And so for me, what was interesting was I have had to be in the position where I have gone to my local police department because I know my son is going to be training for the Junior Olympics, running around the neighborhood in an all-white neighborhood. And I have brought him to the police and said, he belongs to me. This is my son. Do not harass him. Do not stop him. So she was doing what so many black mothers do, and she was killed for protecting her child.
And by the way, it is the best case for police wearing body cam footage, because the entire story is pieced back together from the perspective of the police.
Also, one fighter who used his victory speech to make a derogatory slur against former First Lady Michelle Obama.
I do want to address the derogatory slur made about the former First Lady Michelle Obama, because I think it's important to address. And we won't dignify what was said by repeating it. But you should look it up. And I think the reason that it's important is because for a long time, and the roots are in slavery, black women have been slurred and made to feel that they were unattractive, made to feel that they were masculine, made to feel that they didn't have the femininity that a white woman would have. And so
hypocrisy doesn't even begin to describe the modern liberal mindset. These people constantly contradict themselves. They're the kind of people who tell everyone, do as I say, but they can never actually live up to it themselves. They set a standard and they let that standard blow past them the moment that it doesn't fit their immediate needs. In fact, they're so desperate to cling to the moral high ground that whenever they realize they've lost it, they'll reach for anything they can to get it back. And that's what brings us to Sunny Hostin, descendant of slave owners and a professional race baiter. Sunny Hostin, for those who haven't seen it, that is Sunny in the clip, allegedly trying to get her son out of criminal trespassing charges. As of now, she still hasn't publicly responded to the incident, which is pretty remarkable considering how often she's willing to weigh in on every issue under the sun, from justice to accountability, privilege, and the rule of law. Instead, what you actually see from her here is the exact opposite. She's invoking the fact that she's a former federal prosecutor while trying to defend her son. To me, that's exactly where the hypocrisy comes in. If this country truly operated according to the vision of equality and equity that she so often advocates for, then your family, your career, your last name, your status shouldn't matter when someone in your family is accused of breaking the law. Yet the moment it became personal, those principles just went right out the window. Instead of allowing the process to play out like she so often expects from everyone else, she immediately reached for the authority and status that came with her former position. That's why we're here. It's another example of someone preaching a standard to the public while appearing to seek an entirely different one that favors her when it affects her family. And since we're on the topic of liberal hypocrisy, this next video is going to blow your mind.
I thought no one see that. No.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Wow. Wow. In case you missed what played out in that video, folks, here's what happened. The woman cuts to the front of the line for what appears to be some kind of limited edition product. As she pushes her way in front of this man, she bumps into him, then deliberately backs into him, seemingly to establish her space and force him backward. The moment he questions what she's doing, she immediately pivots to accusing him of assaulting her. The problem is, the video doesn't support the claim. He never touches her. His hands are up the entire time. You can clearly see throughout the clip that she's the one initiating the physical contact. Yet she's attempting to make an accusation that could completely alter this man's life, and not for the good. Had this not been caught on camera, there's a very real possibility that a lot of people would have believed her version of events. And to me, that's exactly what ties this back to the hypocrisy we were just discussing with the Sunny Hostins of the world. It seems like we've reached the end game of modern liberalism, globalism, feminism, call it whatever you want. The common thread is the pursuit of equity, not equality. We've been told for years that these ideologies exist to create fairness, but what they've increasingly become is an effort to give preferential treatment to certain groups or identities who already possess the same legal rights as everyone else. There are no rights that man has that woman doesn't have. Likewise, there are no rights that man has which that woman doesn't have, especially if this took place in the Western world. And judging by the accent, it sounds like England. If anything, depending on the circumstances and even the demographic characteristics, you could argue he may be at a greater disadvantage the moment the accusation is made against him. And that's exactly why her reaction is so disturbing. She appears to understand that an accusation alone can immediately shift the dynamic in her favor, rather than addressing the confrontation she created by cutting the line and initiating the physical contact. She attempts to reframe herself as the victim. And look, to be fully charitable, whether it's intentional or instinctive, the result is the same. She tries to use the accusation to gain leverage and get him off her case. Thankfully, this entire interaction was captured on camera because behavior like this should never be normalized or rewarded. I'm also glad to see there was such a strong reaction from the people around her in the room instead of everyone simply accepting the accusation at face value. But anyway, folks, you let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you have a terrific day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. I may do a roundup video like this again in the future if people like it. In the meantime, hope you take care. Peace.